Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're starting with a primate interaction that goes wrong fast. Let's dive in. Well, that was hair-raising. In lots of other countries, it's not customary to stand several feet away from people and just stay back like that. It's not normal behavior. And before the bite actually happened, that monkey, which is a langur, had some bad body language going. You can see that it was standing above him, it was looking down at him, and what that man did just then was challenge the monkey. He looked it straight in the eyes, he raised his hand, and he's talking to it like he's telling it off, and the monkey's just said, you know what, I could do something bad. And it did. There's a lot wrong in this video already. Right from the start, you can see he's going to get bitten because of distances, basically. He's holding up a long snake in front of him. It's got the momentum, it's got the length, and it can bite him, so it did. Then trying to squeeze the venom out. There's no point squeezing venom out or trying to squeeze it out. Once it's entered that subcutaneous tissue, it spreads very well. That's what it's designed for. Just go straight to medical care if you can.
Black mamba. I picked the most dangerous ones in the world. Black mambas, taipans, cobras, kraits, coral snakes, rattlesnakes. I take it out and I basically let it bite my arm.
2 bites. Nice.
And the reason I do that is for shock value, to bring awareness for snake bite. I wasn't looking to be a YouTube star or anything like that, or, you know, it's all about the science for me, 100%. And when I was doing it, I sat back after about a year and just realized that people die from snake bite, and I wasn't dying. So at that point, I decided I have to reach out to every scientist on the planet.
Okay, this is Tim Friede. I did a video on him a while back. People are calling him Venom Man. He's built up immunity to a broad range of snakes, and the question that I failed to cover properly in that video was how immune he is to pit viper venom, but I can confirm that he has been using rattlesnakes, so he does also have some immunity to, you know, hemotoxic venom like that.
So Tim basically created a procedure that allowed broad recognition of many different toxins, and that recognition allowed him to be protected from snake bites. And what we're hoping to do is take that same protection, but not have to have everyone undergo 18 years of immunization and snake bites ultimately, but instead isolate and identify the best antibodies, or we can combine with small molecules to create antivenom from Tim's amazing blend.
Pretty incredible stuff. Tim has managed to walk this tightrope of building immunity to the world's deadliest snakes without killing himself, something I would never recommend anyone try to attempt, but you've got to give him his credit and say that he is helping towards building kind of a universal antivenom.
Yeah, that's what we call chill cobras, broken. It doesn't mean they're broken, just they're not cobras.
They're not cobras, just super chill.
Yeah.
And she loves to pet the head.
She loves it.
Yeah, she just, when I do this, like on my hand, she sits here and I do this to her head and she just doesn't move.
She enjoys it.
She enjoys it.
Aww.
So that was a Siamese spitting cobra. It's fully capable of giving a dangerous venomous bite or spitting and damaging your eyesight potentially, but that one was tame basically. And I've got to say, like, a lot of people object to free handling. I do kind of think it's a dumb thing to do myself, but that guy does seem to really like the animals. And I actually like his content as well, it's quite smart. Okay, we're seeing a pattern here with the langur monkeys and how they're treated. Again, that guy was talking to it and he's raising his hand. The monkey, has it been struck previously by humans? Maybe that's a possibility. In any case, it certainly saw that as a threat, and again, there's direct eye contact, something that a lot of primates consider a challenge. And SeaWorld thinks keeping those things in tanks is a good idea. I don't know why you'd ever think keeping orcas in captivity is a good idea. Like me personally, I keep really easy pets, like my rescue ball python Prince. He just likes to pretend he's waiting in ambush for prey, so it's really easy to provide that with a cave and some fake plants and other stuff, and I can do that for him. But for an orca, how would you ever replicate living in a pod, roaming the ocean, hunting, communicating, all that stuff? It just doesn't make sense, does it?
A big stone! big stone here!
They sure have the attitude. That neck is nearly half its body length.
That was pretty cool. That was Jeremy Wade with a giant softshell turtle. They have a really nasty slicing bite if they ever do get you, and that neck is extremely important for them, for their survival. They can lunge, they can create a little bit of a vacuum effect with it, a bit like a matamata as well when they grab fish, so it's good for hunting. But basically it also allows them to have their head at the surface and breathe with their long neck and their body well below, out of danger. So creepy the way it just drifts off into the deep again. Someone sent me that, it was labelled as a giant squid. Honestly, I can't tell if that's a giant squid or a species like the robust clubhook squid, I believe it is, which reaches kind of that kind of size. So if we've got a squid expert out there in the audience, please let me know in the comments. I know that's kind of a big ask, but you never know.
There's this footage that was captured deep in the Gulf of Mexico that appears to show an abnormally large creature. Now later it was confirmed that this was a rare type of squid called a Magnapinna. These creatures can grow to be over 20 feet long, and it's thought that they feed by dragging their long tentacles along the seafloor. But this is speculation, because at the end of the day, we know very little about this mysterious creature.
Magnapinna squids, or bigfin squids, are a group of species that I'm completely fascinated with, and there's so much unknown about them still that you could literally learn something new about them with every bit of footage that comes out. For example, they're saying that people believe they drag the tentacles along the ocean floor to collect food. I always adhered to the theory that they leave their tentacles dangling in the water column, much like a jellyfish, and other people do too. The truth, who knows, we'll find out with time.
Alright guys, check this out. This is a common death adder, the red-faced common death adder, and they're the fastest striking snake on the planet, and considered to be the seventh most venomous snake in the world. So I don't want to get bit, but they're certainly death adder by name, not by nature. And you can see, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If I get bit by this guy, it's pretty much game over without medical attention. So you can see at the end of his tail, he's got what's called a quarter lure, and he'll use that to lure in his prey. Now he's an ambush predator, and you can picture sitting amongst all this leaf litter, he'd be great at hunting. He barely moves, he barely gets around, only traveling around, max 20 meters a day.
The death adder is indeed one of the most venomous species of snakes on the planet, and it is also one of the fastest. Many people believed it was the fastest, but new data is showing that's potentially not the case. And that kid just seems like a nice, knowledgeable guy. I hope he doesn't actually ever get hurt doing this stuff. I'm not sure why he feels the need to handle it. What day and age is it where we still can't call that animal abuse? I really don't get it. That is Ebu Baroness, the snake that has been declared the largest snake in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records, I believe it was, and it's being kept in this refuge so no one kills it basically, but people are just getting photo shoots done with it and wrestling it. This kind of behavior, I understand that kids who are 12, 13, 14 years old, perhaps at an immature stage, they might see that as toughness or masculinity, but I'm really curious what men in their 40s or 50s who've learned a few life lessons would think about that.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what are these? This is Acrocinus longimanus, the harlequin beetle, that can be found in Central and Southern America. Beautiful.
On the face again. So those were harlequin beetles, which are an incredibly fascinating species of beetle because of their uniquely adapted forearms, where the Latin name longimanus, I believe it was, comes from. And what is fascinating is that they use them to grapple, they use them to flip each other, the males do, that is, and they guard the place where the females might like to come and lay eggs. And why that's interesting is because those arms serve a similar purpose, therefore, to the big mandibles on stag beetles.
She said she got it.
It's a snapper, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. That's a big... Oh, you okay? You good?
Are you okay?
That's it, the paralysis turtle. If you touch it once, you just don't get up again.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the jungle greenhouse. Today, we're gonna try to feed our snake some eggs. So let's go find him. I know he's somewhere over here in this tree.
So this is a guy who's got a YouTube channel called A Life Exotic, and he makes really, really good content.
And he's right here ready to go. So this is our Amazon puffing snake, Spilotes sulphureus. And I get a lot of questions about him. Does he eat the other animals? No, he does not. Is he an obligate egg eater? No, he also likes rodents and little birds and chicks and stuff, but I think eggs are probably his favorite food. So sometimes it'll take him just a second to eat it, but there he goes. And it may not look like it when he's coiled all up in this tree, but this guy is about 9 feet long. He is a pretty big snake. So we're gonna feed him at least a few eggs, and this is just gonna be a small little meal for him. And then next week, probably feed him some rodents or something. See him working to get the one egg down, and then he'll start on the second one.
So that was really cool because, like I say, this guy makes really good content, and he's done it using a snake. He's getting thousands of clicks and views, and he's done it without doing anything dramatic, no danger talk, no wrangling it or grabbing it. He's just built an understanding with it. So he has proved to us that the abusive treatment of these animals isn't actually necessary. You can do it in a good way, and I really like what he's done. Anyway, that was the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.